Give it just a couple of seconds to get caught up here, and I got some craziness happening with my necklace here. All right, so hello everyone. Hi, hey Kelly. This is Allison Nail-Malone with Malone Consultants Group. Within our group of Career Clarity for Women Leaders, I am the founder of this group and co-content creator alongside Tiki Vernato, who runs the HR & Co company, and my company is the Malone Consultants Group. And really our intention in this group is, as women who are leaders in our communities, in our companies, and in our organizations, that we are continuing to, and I love this phrase that Tiki uses, and it's also one of her programs, that we're continuing to level up our career, our professional presence, as well as our personal growth. And hey, Tula, good afternoon. So it's Thursday, November the 29th. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time zone you're in right now and when you watch this. So I just have 3 questions for you today. And it is around getting ready for 2019. So the last 2 months, Tiki and I have been talking and starting conversations around getting ready for 2019, and really, as Tiki mentions, to level up or create this vision for yourself and your career, both personally and professionally, for 2019. Oftentimes we like to wait until the end of December or January after all the New Year's resolution, media and advertising and conversations are happening, but Tiki and I have been talking about this since the beginning of October, and a lot of businesses start looking at their budgets and their plan for 2019 in September, October, and November, and that's what we're encouraging you, just as we're doing for ourselves, is creating this vision for yourself in 2019. So you're going to see me kind of reaching up because I have my notes up on my phone here. So it is often difficult at this time of the year because, one, I don't know about you, but for a lot of us, it is a particularly busy time. At one point, and I remember this probably about 5+ years ago, usually this time we would slow down, but that's not really the case anymore. For a lot of businesses, for a lot of entrepreneurs, this is still a pretty busy time. Hey, Jackie. And it's also a time when we tend to get pretty sick, or sickness is kind of running around. I know in my family, it's like this weird cycle. My daughter had it for a while, now I've got it. So I know, particularly as women who are leaders of either their books of businesses, they're running companies or running teams or huge initiatives, or maybe your job right now is being a stay-at-home parent. That's a job too, right? This can be a busy time, and it can be really hard for those of us that are and that's really all of us in this group who are highly driven, have that mindset of high performance, to really carve out this time for us to, as Tiki talks about, leveling up, as well as what I've called the intentional self-visionary for 2019. So my 3 questions are this. Number 1, I know you've heard this question a million times. It is, if not now, when? So as high performers, as high achievers, we tend to put ourselves off, or we keep saying, oh, we'll do it later. And because we're doing the work for everyone else, whether that's for our family, that's for our company, that's for our clients, we tend to put ourselves last, or not even on the list, to be thinking about what we want for our future and what we want to intend for the next level of our career. And what we're thinking about at this point is the 2019. Hey, Judith. So my first question again, if not now, when? Number 2, because we are people that most of us in this group are have careers in which we serve other people, and honestly, all of us have a career that serves people. It may look very different to each person, but I encourage you, and I want to invite you to ask yourself, do you see yourself? Do you treat yourself with the same level of importance as you do your teams, your clients, your customers, and your businesses that you work on or for? Now, that can be a really tough question to be asking ourselves, right? Because these, our teams and our clients and the businesses that we work on are what gives us money, right? And it also gives us purpose. And oftentimes, again, as women leaders, we kind of put ourselves last or not even on the list. So I would love to ask and encourage you, do you see yourself as important as them? Often with my clients, I ask them, do you ever miss or do you rarely miss a meeting that you have with a client or customer? Or if you're working in a business that has leadership and they have scheduled a meeting, do you miss those? No. In most cases, you find a way to make it work. And what if we could treat ourselves in that way? What if we could shift our mindset from I don't have time, or my clients need me, or my team needs me, or my family needs me, which they all do need you, but you need you too. And actually, they need you to show up for yourself as well. And what that means is you could actually become more creative, more productive, and I'll even encourage and say more present when you are clear about what your vision is. And maybe you already know what your purpose is, and you have a vision and mission either from the company you work for, or the business, or maybe you run a nonprofit. I know a lot of women in here are leaders within the nonprofit world, or maybe you have a family vision or mission. But what I'm inviting you to do is take a look at what you could do for 2019 for yourself, so that you can start thinking about what you want to do for your clients, for your businesses, and for your family. So that brings me to my third question. What is one step, just one step or action that you could take to schedule just a few hours, or maybe you could even take a half-day personal retreat to start brainstorming and writing out your 2019 vision for your personal self as well as your professional self? You have a team of women right in this group who would be open and glad to brainstorm with you. You have Tiki and I as well. We have offered plenty of resources, both in the files section of our group, as well as if you scroll through the Facebook group. There's tons of resources out there. And I know that Tiki, as well as myself, welcome you to direct message us. If you have our phone number or email, reach out to us, or even post in the comments below that you are ready to take your vision for yourself and for your business or for your clients or for your purpose to a new level in 2019. And you would love to connect with other women who are either in the same industry as you or leadership role as you, or maybe even just other women outside of what you do, because sometimes having that fresh perspective and a different perspective is really beneficial as well. So I would encourage you to think about these three questions. Number one, if not now, when? Number two, do you see yourself and do you treat yourself as important as you do your clients, your customers, your books of businesses, or whatever it is in your work that you do for others? Do you do that for yourself? And then number three is, what is at least one step or one action that you could take, even if you just put it on your schedule for 30 minutes this week and 30 minutes next week, or maybe even take 4 hours off and dedicate that to yourself, and don't miss this appointment for you and your vision for 2019. What resources do you need? And if you don't even know where to start, write that in the comments below, or reach out directly to Tiki or myself and say, hey, can you just give me 3 things I could do to get ready and get going? Because we would be happy to make that happen. You are incredible women and leaders within our communities, within the businesses that you run and the nonprofits that you support and the companies that you're a part of. We need you. This world at this moment in this time is we need you to show up as yourself visionary, as well as your community visionary, your business visionary for 2019. And I encourage you to do that today. to do it in the month of December before 2019 hits, so that you can hit that ground running. And maybe it's not even running. Maybe you're a casual walker, but at least you're moving and making a difference and impact in the world that you want. So I hope today you were able to gain some encouragement, some awareness, and just some thought, food for thought, to think about today of what you can start doing for yourself, as well as the people that you serve now and in 2019. I hope today and the rest of this day is incredible and amazing. And please, again, reach out. That's what we're here for in this group, as a collective, and as well as Tiki and I as leaders within this group. I can't wait to connect with you again next Tuesday at 12:32 p.m. Central Time. And of course, this is saved for you to come back and watch. And for those of you watching the replay, let